feel like I'm good on my own. Don't need nobody beside me.
Send him a couple of dollars. This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple of dollars. I logged into my account just to check my balance because I haven't done so since I left for South Africa back on July 10th. Only to discover that I could not log into my account. So then I called the bank to find out what was going on. And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank. And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account as well as the school account.
But I thought you were so unapologetically black and there was a white devil and you don't trust white people and the white devil and black queens forever, snow bunnies never and all that. Did you put your money into a bank owned by a white man? Just food for thought.
I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access into my personal account and the FDMG account.
I wonder who that could be.
Brothers and sisters, if you have sent a donation to FDMG, let's give it until the end of the month to see if this gets cleared up. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude.
Well, I don't know what bank you used, but when I use Navy Fed and there may be some fraudulent activity happening, they let me know ASAP. And if somebody might have hacked my account, then they call me in and they change everything right there in front of me. I don't know who you got, but I use Navy Federal, and they've always been good to me. I don't have fraudulent things on my account without my know-so, and they send me text messages when some crazy transaction tries to go through. I don't know what kind of bank you put your money into, but the question still remains. To be so unapologetically black, black queens forever, snow bunnies never, the white devil and the history of the racism from white people to black people, did you put your money in a bank owned by a white man?
If you have sent a check or money order donation to FDMG, let's wait until August the 1st, Black August, and see if this situation has gotten cleared up.
What the hell is Black August? I ain't never heard that before. What the hell is Black August? Black August? I know they celebrate Juneteenth and all that, but Black August? I don't know. Maybe I'm out the loop and I live under a rock or something. I don't know what the hell Black August is.
They told me they sent me a letter to this point on July the 10th, the day that I left for South Africa. I was told that the timeline of suspicious activity was June 25th to July the 10th. I was told that the timeline for suspicious activity was between June 25th, that's when Medea went public. I
got to figure out who this Medea is that he's talking about, because I know he's not talking about Tyler. So I got to figure out who this Medea is that he's been talking about. Like, I've seen this video before, but I don't know who Medea is that he talk about. And the other person that he named, soon you're about to hear it, but I don't know who he's talking about.
Everybody knows who Medea is. July 25th, that's when Medea went public. July the 10th, that's when I left for South Africa. July the 10th, that's when I left for South Africa. So y'all know my I believe Medea and Pastor Bussy were fraudulently trying to get into my.
I don't know who the hell is Pastor Bussy. I don't know who Medea or the only Medea I know is Tyler Perry. And I know he ain't talking about him. Tyler don't need nothing to do with your finances at all. You don't even agree with that man on anything. You don't even agree with his lifestyle, all of that, right? But who the hell is Pastor Bussy? I don't even know who the hell that is. Who is Pastor Bussy? Pastor Bussy.
Account. And if we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested because fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. Fraudulent activity on a bank account is federal offense. Fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense.
Why does he like to do that? He like to repeat things 3 times before he move on. Why do he like to do that? I always thought that was weird of him.
Again, June 25th to July 10th is the period of suspicious activity. That is from the time Medea went public and I left for South Africa. Between the time Medea went public and I went for South Africa. So brothers and sisters, if you want to make a donation to FDMG, you must send it to PayPal. Hold off on the checks and money orders until the situation is resolved. Hold off on all FDMG Academy money order and check donations until the situation is resolved. If you want to make a donation to FDMG, send it through PayPal. Right? PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. If you want to make a donation to the school, hold off on checks and money orders until we find out what the hell is going on. The bank is investigating the fraudulent attempts on our account. If I find out Medea and Pastor Bussy had anything to do with this, I was told that they can be arrested for federal offense. I was told they can be arrested for federal offense. I was told they could be arrested for federal offense. Now, with that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifatunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist.
There you go. Begging for money again. I just want to point that out.
At yahoo.com. So that's paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist. PayPal.me/UMARTHEPSYCHOLOGIST. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist. Or hit my Apple Pay using my cell number 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life.
Okay, so he must be talking about personally. All right, because you definitely didn't ask people to donate to the FDMG Academy so many times. So you must be talking about you never asked people for $1 in your life personally. And I refuse to believe that.
I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when this situation is going to be resolved. If I don't have Cash App, nor does FDMG have Cash App. I do not have a Cash App. I only have Apple Pay and PayPal. If you can spare a few dollars, send it to my Apple Pay.
So not only is he going to lapse on all the bills for the academy, but he don't have money to even feed himself right now and take care of his mother. I don't know if any of you know already, but there's already been another video he's put out that now there's past due fees that he failed to pay on the academy that I guess he didn't know about. But if you know anything about the court system, ignorance is not an excuse in the courts. So now he put out another video of, or if I find it, I'm gonna share it with you, that the state is giving him a certain amount of days, and I believe it's maybe the end of the month, to pay back fees for something about like unused property or something like that, some kind of fees or something like that in Delaware. You can look it up yourself. But the state is giving him, I think, believe to the end of the month to pay back about 20,000. I think it's more than that. It's 20,000 or more by the end of the month. And he's already telling you that both of those accounts have already been frozen and haven't given him a timeline of when it's going to be reconciled. So he may lose that academy. And for all of you that have already donated to that academy, he may lose the academy now, and it of course he's blaming, people, the state, white people, on wanting to keep him or keep any black person from running a school, for black kids. I don't think it's that. I think you just didn't do your due diligence to, before you get into something, you study everything about it and find out everything you need to know about it. And I don't think he knew enough about what he was doing before he got into it. And now he's about to lose it. I don't think he knew enough. And I don't think, honestly, just being honest, not trying to hold him down or think that he's not good enough or any of that, or crap on his idea or anything. I just don't believe that he's going to raise 20,000 or plus or however much it was in back fees that he's going to have to pay by like the end of the month, because they told him he has, I believe he said they told him in a letter that he has until like the end of the month to pay back like 20,000 plus or so in those back fees, or they're going to sell the property. So I think he didn't know. And like I said, in the courts, ignorance is not an excuse in the courts. So it's going to be literally nothing he can do about it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to sell his school and somebody may buy it to keep him from owning it and having it. It sounds like this dream you had of opening this Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy is a dud now, bro. It sounds like it's done. It sounds like you might just have to give it up now, that you're not going to have that academy that you wanted. And not only on top of you not having the money from the academy in the account because that's frozen as well, but also they're giving you to probably the end of the month to raise that much money. And it's not like you can pay it on your own because now your personal account is even frozen. And you're asking people to send you money to your account personally to help you out. But my question is, you are a psychologist from Philly. Now, I don't know if you can't practice, if you can't go back to Philly and get some kind of work as a psychologist there or something, but I know you be on interviews and I know, Some people have you on podcasts and stuff like that, and some people pay you to speak at certain places. But man, if you can't even like get money from doing those, like right now at the drop of a dime, then now you got to look into your mirror and see and actually analyze maybe what your worth really is, because we got to see how is it that you're surviving when you're on here asking people to donate to you personally. Like, how are you surviving and who's helping you? Because you can't get into your account or that account, the school account, but is it that you can't make any money? I don't know. Y'all let me think, know what y'all think in the comments. You know what I'm saying about Umar and the school and him possibly losing it now. And on top of that, begging followers again to send money directly to him on some pity and sympathy and empathy and try to help him eat and take care of him and his mother. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about that situation. As always, like and subscribe for the channel and the algorithm. I love you. The channel loves you. Until next time, y'all, I'm out.
I feel like I'm good on my own. Don't need nobody beside me.